All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Los Angeles Lakers video. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I just hit 5,000 subscribers last night, so thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. Let's get into a Lakers video because I love posting Lakers off-season content. Now, sources say that the Lakers are highly motivated to add another significant player to the roster and win it all this season. This is from Sam Amick. I really like how aggressive the Lakers have already been before free agency is technically even opened. So free agency opens on August 2nd, and then the draft, I can't believe what I'm about to say. The draft is tomorrow. It's been going so quick, but so long at the same time, all the anticipation, and the NBA draft is finally here tomorrow. I also will be live the entire draft if you're watching this and you want to come in. If you see it, I'm live and you want to come in, say what's up, give some opinions, feel free to join. But that's about it for that. It's awesome to hear this. Now, the Buddy Hield Kyle Kuzma Lakers deal is still very possible, apparently. This is coming from The Athletic. Montrezl Harrell would likely head to Sacramento if he opts in. So the trade would be Buddy Hield for Kyle Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell. Now, I've made a whole video about Buddy Hield and why he isn't necessarily my favorite choice for the Lakers, and I'll just briefly expand on that before we move on because last season, he averaged 16.6 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, drained 39% of his threes from deep. So the reason I'm not too big on this is just because it worries me about the Lakers' financial restrictions if this trade were to go through. I think that the Lakers, if you're going to be spending $22.4 million a year for the next 3 years, I think it should be a point guard. However, I do understand the logic if they decide to go back to the same game plan and framework that they had when they won the championship. So what I'm saying is if they decide to have LeBron James be the primary ball handler like he was back in, I'm not good at years, 2019, 2020, I believe was the year, then they're probably not too focused on signing a big-time point guard. And that's when you get shooters. You got to surround your team. You got to surround your players. If you're on the same team as LeBron James, those players got to be three-point shooters. You have to have a healthy amount of three-point shooters. And I've said before that, we saw it with the Milwaukee Bucks this season in the playoffs that you don't necessarily need to be a good three-point shooting team to win the NBA Finals. That's not the biggest thing anymore. It's starting to become a little bit more, you need size and physicality. But the Lakers with AD, with Drummond, with LeBron, they have that size, they have that physicality, and you're not losing either size nor physicality trading away Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Kuzma. I mean, Kyle Kuzma is literally taller than Montrezl Harrell. So you're getting Buddy Hield, you're getting just a lethal three-point shooter, and that's good. I'm not too keen on this trade, particularly because I think that I'm not too big on LeBron James being the number one playmaker on the team. However, LeBron James is the best passer in the NBA in my eyes still. At his age, he is still the best passer in the NBA, and you want the ball to be in LeBron's hands a lot. But you also, it leaves a lot to be said because who knows what the Lakers are trying to do right now. Are they trying to just add kind of like a low-key ball handler playmaker like what they used with Rajon Rondo? Or are they sold on LeBron? I don't know. I have no idea. So let's get into this next trade. This is Kyle Lowry. I like it a lot. Dennis Schroeder, this year's first-round pick and a 2024 second-round pick. I like this trade so much more. And Dennis Schroeder would be on a sign-and-trade 4-year contract worth $100 million. The only downside with this trade is I'm not quite sure that the Raptors would be all that interested. I'm looking at this trade. I don't think that Toronto would use this to be like, all right, this is the trade we're going to do for Kyle Lowry. Unless Kyle Lowry decides like, yeah, guys, I'm not coming back next year, but I'll let you get some value out of me. Kyle Lowry is looking for a 3-year contract worth $30 million per year. He wants $90 million total. I don't think he'll end up getting that. I think he could end up getting like around $70 million for 3 years, but I don't think he'll end up getting that whole $90 million. All right, let's get into the next trade. We have a trade for Russell Westbrook here. This trade is a little bit deeper. It's THT on a 3-year, $30 million sign-in trade. Dennis Schroeder on a 4-year, $100 million sign-in trade. Kyle Kuzma for Russell Westbrook. So, as I've mentioned before in my Russell Westbrook videos, I think what the Wizards will do is trade Bradley Beal for draft picks and trade Russell Westbrook for valuable young assets. And this fits it perfectly. You're getting THT, you're getting Kyle Kuzma, and then you're also getting your starting point guard who is relatively young and has only had 1 year of starting experience in Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder gets too much of a bad rap just because of how bad that one playoff experience was. But I think he's going to be hitting the gym harder this offseason than he ever has before, and you're only getting Russ for 2 more years. So I like this trade both ways. I think if Bradley Beal were to request a trade, this is a trade I could 100% see happening between the Lakers and the Wizards. So there is also a rumor, or not even a rumor, this is just an accurate report, that the Pacers turned out a deal from the Lakers that would have sent Kyle Kuzma and the 22nd pick to Indiana for pick 13 and a salary filler. The fact that they declined this trade, it speaks a lot about TJ Warren. They see him as healthy, so they declined Kuz. Lakers have been trying to jump into lottery to get ahead of the Wizards, probably to try and dangle that bait ahead of them. Now, really quick before I go, there was also a report coming from Evan Massey saying the Lakers, Knicks, and Pelicans are interested in a trade for Nets Landry Shamet before the draft. Another shooter, he averaged just slightly over 9 points per game this past season. Getting Landry Shamet, I think, would be a good call for the Lakers. It's just a super low-key 3-point shooter who can play some defense, but he would just help elevate your bench squad. And then, especially with all these new COVID, what's it called when you actually get it? All these COVID positives, it seems like this next season might be a little chaotic as well. I mean, the football season's looking like there could be some question marks. So you never know. You want to have a deep roster. You want to have the most depth humanly possible, and that is exactly what the Lakers seem to be doing. So it's awesome. They look like they're trying to go all in here to try and get another ring out of LeBron James before he ultimately, I believe, retires in LA. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I appreciate it so much. Peace.